What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of The Trade Show. Now today I'm on location right here in West Ocean City, Maryland, off of Route 50 in front of the brand new, not even open yet, OC Kayak. Now, the guy opening this place is one of my all-time great heroes in life and a great friend, Mr. Dean Lokey. And I'm gonna take you in, we're gonna meet Dean, he's gonna show us around, and we're gonna ask him a few questions. So come on in, let's take a look. Lokey.
Matt Trader.
What's up, brother?
Hey, man. Well, good to see you.
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. So I had to come by and take a look at your new kayak shop. I know you've been talking about this for a long time, and I had to come by and take a look. But look, I didn't come alone. I brought a few other people here with me today. Ladies and gentlemen, in case you don't know, this is Mr. Dean Lokey, owner and operator of the brand new, coming soon, OC Kayak right here in West Ocean City. Dean, if you don't mind, I'd love for you to give the viewers a tour. Maybe afterwards we'll sit down and ask you a few questions.
I would love it.
Let's do it, brother.
Let's do it.
We're going to start right here with the Glide paddleboard. We have the dealership for Glide. These are good for yoga and beginners. We'll have these in stock in 10.6 and 11.6. Behind you, you'll notice that I took in a consignment boat. Not only will we be selling kayaks and renting kayaks, we're also doing a consignment program. This gentleman brought his kayak and trailer in, wanted to consign it with us, so we have this Ocean Kayak Torque, which is a paddle kayak and a motorized kayak with an electric motor, Minn Kota. So these are some of the things we'll be offering, as well as a full line of Hobie's polarized glasses. And I'm hoping by November 15th, we will be an official Hobie dealer. So we will have the Hobie kayaks, which are specialized in the pedal drive, and that is where we are trying to bring to Ocean City, is the pedal drive, getting away from the old traditional paddles. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to take you, what my biggest draw was to this whole property was the ability to take demos and tours right out my back door. So as we walk out this door, we've got an area right here to the water that we can access in about 1 minute's walk. I have a trail access that will lead us right out to the creek. We would have an easy walk path right out to the marsh here. However, today we have a storm system brewing and we have a high tide. So right here would be my water access to the creek. I normally would be able to walk you out about another 20 feet and you can see the bridge and you can see all of the waterway from over here that me and Matt can access this way. So again, this is the beautiful Herring Creek. So I'll be able to do paddle tours, experiment demos. So if someone wants to try a kayak, they can come right out to the water access and try it. This was one of my main draws to the location here in Ocean City. And then of course, not only the fact that it's been a dream of mine for about 7 years now to have a kayak shop in Ocean City, and it's finally come to fruition. So we're here.
Wow, now that was quite a little nature excursion that old Lokey just took us on. So Lokey, man, I appreciate you having us today.
I'm glad you're here.
So look, I know that this has been a dream of yours for a long time, and to watch it all become a reality for you, it's awesome. I mean, just looking at it from the outside, looking in. But anyhow, why don't you tell the viewers out there how all of this came to fruition?
Well, it was a long process, Matt. It wasn't something easy. About 7 years ago, I was traveling in my landscape vehicle, doing a landscape job in Ocean City, and just started looking around and noticed that there was surf shops, skateboard shops, but no kayak shops. So I put the word out, many years ago to people that I thought I could do this, and the stars lined up this year, and here we are.
I'll tell you, I definitely feel like there's a need for that. Anyhow, so I've known you my whole life. I mean, since I was probably like in diapers, really.
Yes.
And I think a lot of the guys out there who are watching this right now have known you. We've always known you as this athlete. The athlete we all looked up to, guy we all looked up to. And I know that later in life, after you played a lot of sports, you transitioned into landscaping. And now you're into kayaking. Can you tell our audience out there how you came from, where you came from with the sports and landscaping to kayak?
Well, I didn't know it either, Matt, but it was a passion and a therapy thing for me. So the first time I got on a kayak, it was mainly to buy time, to just get out and get away from the world. I got on a kayak for the first time and was mainly for like touring in Janes Island in Chrisfield, Maryland. That's kind of where it all started. And the next thing you know, I caught a fish. Once I caught a fish on a kayak, the journey just kept going on and on. So the passion is probably the biggest thing. It's just when you have a passion for sports, when you have a passion for anything that you want to do, landscaping was one of the things I had always wanted to do. And so now it was just natural that kayaking would be the next thing. And I'm 47. I'm not getting much younger, so I went for it.
Well, I know you're a competitor, and I know that competitive spirit's what drives me. It's what drives you. It's what drives a lot of people. And you talk about catching a fish. So in case you all don't know, this guy isn't just caught fish on a kayak. He has caught some of the biggest fish that I've ever seen, not on a boat, but on a kayak. And now I want to show you guys a couple clips of just what I'm talking about. Check it out. Damn! Did I tell you or what? Are they some big fish, huh? That's right. So Lokey, man, you gotta tell me, man, what's the biggest fish that you've ever caught?
Biggest fish, probably lengthwise, would be a redfish that I caught in Eastern Shore, Virginia, right around 57 inches.
How much did it weigh?
That fish particularly was probably around 65. Now, we estimate them, Matt, because we're on a kayak and it's real hard. These fish, we catch and release. So sometimes it's hard to get a perfect measurement. So when I say 57, you know, you can give me a half inch either there. I am a fisherman, so I have the tendency to exaggerate. Just remember that.
Yeah. Well, that takes a lot more coordination than I think I probably have. So I might need some lessons from you to see if I could ever reel one of those things in. When can we expect you to open, and maybe I can get some lessons from you?
Well, opening is November 15th. We'll have kayaks in here and in the door and ready to run the shop as a functional kayak shop. But I would say spring would be our better time for the fishery. You know, bigger fish coming in, and then you could come on a Lokey guided tour.
Ah, man, a Lokey Chronicles. Can I get it on a Lokey Chronicles?
Anytime.
I'm going to be on a Lokey Chronicles.
Yeah, we're going to do a Lokey Chronicles.
Oh, man, yeah. So what kind of product can we expect to see from you?
So basically, it's going to be a full line of kayaks and SUPs. The main brands that we're going to be bringing in, of course, I fish for Team Hobie, so I'm going to be real diligent in getting Hobie in here. I'm going to have other brands such as Old Town, Ocean Kayak that are familiar. And then, of course, on the paddleboard side, we're going to be looking at Boat, B-O-T-E. It's a particular brand that serves well for that. And we're going to be carrying all accessories, kayak-oriented, polarized glasses, as you see. So we'll have a whole array of accessories and kayak accessories.
That's great, man. Well, look, I really appreciate the time opening your doors to us when you're not even open yet. I know you still got a lot of work to do,
yes,
but I think it's going to be awesome. I know you well enough to know that it's going to be awesome. But we are on the trade show.
Yes, we
so
are.
I think we need to make a trade here today. So I brought one of my trader hats for you.
Hold up. I won't give you the one off my head, but I was prepared for this.
I was hoping I'd get one
How
of the
about I give you my hat to trade?
You got one of OC Kayaks. And Lokey has a nice warm wool hat to keep that chrome dome warm this summer. But anyhow, look, Lokey, we're about to wrap things up. If there's anything else you want to tell our viewers, now's your chance.
I would. I'd like to first thank you, Matt, for coming here. And then second, if you need anything, feel free to call 443-625-2925 or 443-OC Kayak. If you need anything related to a kayak or SUP, feel free to give me a call.
And again, as you guys know, if you're ever looking to trade any ideas, properties, or just want to trade some conversation, come on the trade show anytime. I'm always available. We'll see you next time right here on the trade show.
Cheers.